Hello everyone. Happy New Year. I feel as if last week's Happy New Year went unnoticed because we never actually went live. So this is my first opportunity to wish you the most successful New Year, and I really mean it. And you can tell I really mean it because I released last week. To those who care to download it, I released a 2020 vision goal setting guide to get us all started and pumped for the new year. And I know that we are, Ms. Dutz, are we around the 20th of January?
Yeah.
We're the 20th of January, right? And is anybody losing steam? Does anybody remember their goals, that the big, audacious, bold, courageous goals that we all had on January the 1st? And is anybody losing a little bit of chutzpah? And I'm here to tell you that for the next 340 something days of the year, I am going to be the wind underneath your wings. I know that sounds so stale and cliche, because I intend to be the wind underneath my own wings, and I intend to double down on my business. I intend to increase profits. I intend to make money online. And I'm involved in a lot of training and courses, and what I am learning, I am sharing with you. I really believe that there is no secret to all of this, to growing a successful brand online. And whatever it is, I know I am going to share it. I am going to clap it up here every single Monday, because when we get together, I feel so inspired, and like an energy just comes over me, and I hope it shows, and I hope that you receive it with the intention that it is given. So if you can hear me, and if you are purposeful about 2020, I've got my phone next to me. I'm taking your comments in real time. I want to know, what are you doubling down on in 2020? I want you to pick one thing with regard to your brand and social media. And what are you going to do the most? Let's have an accountability, ticker comment tape going on right now. Boom, let's lay down. Let's throw the cards down on the table, and let's get this thing done. This is the year. This is the new decade. This is the year for us to go after what we want as we row our boats gently down the stream. So today, I really wanted to focus on something that's really specific, and that is growing we are going to get there, about growing your Instagram account, selling on Instagram. But today I really wanted the focus to be, and let me bring up the slide. I really wanted the focus to be about how you grow, or how you write an effective, an engaging, a proper Instagram bio. So I was looking at a lot of Instagram bios, and let me take a deep dive into another pool. Let's hurry over here, because I wanted to say to you that I am doing, I don't know if you got the notice or if you got the news, I am doing 4 Instagram bio makeovers from people who are in this community. So if you want to have your IG bio made over by moi, all you have to do is leave the link to your IG account below in the comment box. Please leave it, and I'm going to randomly choose. Now, Greta Joachim, she put up her IG bio yesterday when I first made the announcement, so she is in. And I looked at her IG bio, and I'm so excited to do a makeover with her, like powder the cheeks, put on lipstick, do the eye makeup. I'm so excited to get started with that. So that means there are 3 more slots, and it is by a random draw. So all you have to do, again, is put your Instagram handle in the comment box below, and I will just, through a random draw, pick the 4 people who I want to work with. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's get it on. Let's get it on for today, because there are 150 million. That's like a staggering number of Instagram accounts on the net. And I remember when I first started doing Instagram a couple of years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago. And people were saying to me that, okay, it's just about people eating or having a pretty outfit, and there is no real value in Instagram. Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, were those people proven wrong. They've been proven wrong because Instagram is actually the fastest growing. Well, maybe TikTok now, but still, I think TikTok still has to catch up to Instagram because Instagram remains the fastest growing social media platform today, right? So more and more people are recognizing the value, and I want you to double, triple, quadruple down on your Instagram feeds, and don't just rely on Facebook. A lot of us are on Facebook. Don't just rely on Facebook to carry your brand through. You have to show up where you feel most comfortable, but you also have to show up on the platforms where people, your audience, your customers are their most best. Where are they showing up? If they're showing up less on Facebook, what are you doing showing up there? If they are showing up more in Instagram, then where do you think you need to be? On Instagram. So that's why I thought it was super important to begin our discussion for the entire year talking about Instagram. We're going to do a deep dive into TikTok, but I really wanted to talk about Instagram for a little bit because your bio is really your window to your platform, your window to the soul of your brand, the heart of your brand. And people, when they are scrolling, literally take 3, 5, but never more than 10 seconds to look at your feed, go up to your bio, and decide, do they want to follow you? And the question I want to put to you is, how are you going to maximize those 5 to 10 seconds so somebody knows who you are, what you do, what you sell, what you create, what is your vibe about, what is your brand about? You have 5 to 10 seconds to capture them. And you do that most effectively with your Instagram bio. So I want to dive into the 5 steps. And don't forget, I'm online and I want to take your questions. So please leave questions as we go along. It's just a 5-step process that I want to share with you. And I want to know what questions you have so I can answer them in real time. So if you're there, leave an emoji. Let me know that you are watching and that you're hearing me clearly, because boy oh boy, did we have audio problems. Last week. Okay, so step number 1. Okay, so step number 1 is to, so thanks, Miss Dudus. Oh, good. I got my my green smoothie, my afternoon green smoothie from the Deuce. The Deuce is loose in the house. So there are literally 5 steps to get organized on with your Instagram bio. So step number 1 is you have to get focused on what you do. So when I say that, I mean you have to think about what it is that you do. Now, as simple as that is, I really believe that lots of us get confused, or we either get confused or we want to put this exaggerated sort of title onto what it is we do, because hey, it makes us look better and sound better. But I want to say to you, if you want to get to what it is you do, if you want to get to the heart of what it is you do, you have one simple task. And that is to answer, I'm going to bring it up now, this question. What is your job title? So I don't know what your job title is, but I want you to get a pen. And if you're sitting in this tutorial with me, I hope you're leaving questions so I can answer them afterwards or during the live. But if you think about it, what is your job title? So I want to give you an example. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to go to my phone. Siri, open LinkedIn. Okay, let's see if this works. I am going to go, Siri, open LinkedIn. Okay, so Siri just opened LinkedIn and I am going to my messages, okay? So I received this message from someone who was telling me what it is he does. I'm not calling names. There's no shame in this game. I am just using this as an example of not to do. When you're thinking about your title, you want to think as simply as possible. So this person writes me and says to me on LinkedIn, if you desire your personal brand to be developed through an agenda strategically developed, focusing on you being an established authority in your career field, we would be delighted to talk to you. In 7 sentences, in 10 seconds that it took me to read this, I never even wrote him back because I did not understand what it is he wanted. So the one thing that I want to impress upon you is that when you're thinking about your Instagram bio and what exactly it is you do, you have to explain it to me as if I am a child. You have to tell it to me as if I am a 5-year-old, because I don't know if you have nieces and nephews or children who are in that age bracket, and their neurons are all firing up, but it's still developing, and they're processing information and seeing their world in the simplest of ways and manners and forms and shapes and language. I want you to think like that. Whenever you're writing what you do, you have to say, my job title is, and you have to state it clearly. So go right now to your Instagram account, and if you don't have one and you're thinking of forming one, head over to Instagram and check out Forward 40. Okay, so I say on my Instagram profile that I'm Juliet Coward, Forward 40, my name, and I am an entrepreneur. We're going to get to the benefits later. Very simple. I'm a social media expert. I'm a communications expert. Instagram only allows us 150 characters to tell who we are, to tell our audience who we are. So if you are a multi-passionate, doing many things in your brand, I want you to find one word that encapsulates that, or pick your poison and choose one and put it on your Instagram bio. Does that make sense? You've got to say it to me as simply as possible. That's step number 1. Now, what we get lost in is that we so want to tell people every single thing in 150 characters that we end up using a bunch of hashtags. But what I want you to do is I want you to think benefits. Sometimes we think it's pretty intuitive that people will understand what our job title is, who we are, what we do, and what we offer them. So I want you to think very, very clearly about what it is you offer. Now, think benefits, boss babes. That's what I want you to zero in, be like this. Can you see how tunnel focused I am? It takes some thinking, but I was thinking about my own account, and as I was getting ready and absorbing the information for this tutorial, and I was thinking, what are the benefits that I offer, right? And I want you to think about what it is you offer, and then write it down. Just list it. Just list it out on a piece of paper so that you can get clear about what your offer is. So do you offer lifestyle tips or self-love mantras? Do you offer people the ability to change the way they think? So mindset and mind shift changes. Are you a beauty guru? Are you a fashion guru? Do you sell clothing? Do you sell, like my friend Greta in San Fernando, do you sell the most exquisite handmade plates and cups and, these beautiful artisan, beautiful looks? Or do you offer people to grow their business? So it's really critical that you define what it is you offer, because the most important thing that you have to remember is that people go to your Instagram account for themselves. It isn't about how great you are, how beautiful you are, how great your store is, how great your product offering is. No, they are concerned about what you or your product can do for them. So you have to be very, very clear, because they care, as we all know, they care about themselves. What's in it for them? So when they scroll through your Instagram feed and they glance up to your bio, what do you want them to do? Can you tell me in the comment box below? Let's get like deep and personal. What do you want that scroller to do? 1, 2, 3. I bet you want them to follow you. Once they are a qualified scroller, once they are you pre-qualifying, right? Once they are looking for what you have to offer, you want them to follow you. And so why is step 3 step 3 is like, oh my goodness, if I had to say anything about step number 3, I would say it is the most important thing about your bio. By listing out benefits, you are actually pre-qualifying the people who will follow you. But here's another question. Do you know who you want to follow you? Does that make sense? Did I just speak bad English there? Let me know if I did. Who do you want to follow you? And so you have to understand who your audience is. You have to understand who do you want to attract. You have to understand who do you want to click that like button, to click that follow button, and get all over the place with you and join you on the journey of taking them through the customer experience. It's really important because I know, and I will always say this story. I will always say this story of meeting the wonderful Kimo in Starbucks. And I asked Kimo, I don't know if you're on today, but I remember asking you, who is your ideal customer? And you said woman. And I said, Kimo, you cannot be everything to everyone. You've got to narrow down your audience. Are you serving women in a particular age group? Is it the woman who's over 35? Is it the millennial? Is it the person who is under 25? You really have to understand who the demographic is. You have to understand the psychographic. Oh, pardon me, I have to drink this. I'm getting like parched. Can you hear me? I'm getting a little hoarse. You have to understand the psychographic of the audience, their demographic. So I could have stated when I was doing Forward 40, I could have stated that I wanted woman, but that was not what I wanted. I wanted woman between the ages of 35 to 55. If you were older, great. If you were younger, great. But my primary target, the person that the ideal customer fell within that group. It doesn't mean when you understand who your customer is that you're going to like put up some kind of alien barrier and nobody else can come in. What it means is that your primary source of attraction, your primary content, your primary vibe, your primary outreach is going to be to a specific customer. And then you can think about the other customers who you hope to attract. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, because by doing so, you are actually pre-qualifying your customer, your follower, the people who actually like you and want to follow you. So, is your account for the fashionista, the millennial hustler, the female entrepreneur, the moms? Are you doing a mommy blog? For me, when I was looking at my account, I knew that my primary target audience was, well, of course, women, boss babes, brands who were growing businesses online. And my role, my benefit to them was that I was going to offer them the ability to grow successful businesses online. That was one slice of the Forward 40 audience. The other slice of the Forward 40 audience was just women who wanted to grow more successful and more beautiful as they aged. And that was it. I understood specifically, and I also understood that they were primarily based in the Caribbean. And after that, I was looking at the diaspora. And then after that, I was looking at a continent. So it was very, very clear to me, and that's how specific I need you to be. So remember, we're going through a 5-step program for your Instagram bio. So don't forget your contact information. And as silly as that sounds, I have to tell you, I looked at a lot of your IG bios. I looked at 10, well, not a lot, can I be honest? I looked at 10. And I saw for myself, like if I had to contact you in real time, I could not, because there was no contact information on your IG bio. So I want you to go right now. If you're looking at this and you have an IG bio, I want you to go right now and take a look. Let me know if your contact information is there. So what do I mean by contact information? Oh gosh, I mean, you can put your email address, your phone number, your WhatsApp, your website, wherever. I mean, if you're at a pop-up every, I don't know, Saturday, you can put the address or the address of where your pop-ups are. Just make sure people know where you, and I can't begin to tell you how many times people have said to me, oh, I found you on the gram, right? You have to be where people are looking for you. I want you to write that down if you have a pen and paper. You have to be where the people are. Oh, child, you've got to be where the people are looking for you. It's so darn good. I'm getting hot in here because that is an amazing point. And the last step that I want you to think about when you are doing your IG bio, when you're writing your IG bio, I want you to think about have a party favor. So somebody says, I have my call button in the bio. Fantastic. I'm going to clap you up because having your call button means that I can see your number or press and then I can have you directly online. So, hey, fantastic for you. Step number 5 is to give your audience, now that you have told them who you are, now that you have shared the benefits, now that you're very clear about who your audience is and who you want to attract, now that you have written your 150 characters, and anyway, we'll get to that later. Judah, don't hurry it up. I want you in step number 5 to give a party favor. No, I do not mean ice cream and cake, although that would be sweet if you could get it on Instagram. What I mean by that is people are coming to your account, and what you want them to do is you want them to be able to stay and enjoy the experience, and you want to be able to reach them with your key messages, your key sales items. You want to reach them with information. You want to reach them with inspiration. You want to reach them with the products that you sell. Of course, how you sell those products on the gram is extremely important, but we're going to do that in another chat. So when I say give them a party favor, once they scroll through, they look at your bio and they decide, this person is somebody that I would like to follow. What I want you to do is think about how are you going to reach them after. Because remember, when people join your Instagram feed, depending on how many people you have on your gram, it's not every day they're going to see every single post that you have. So you always want to retain that type of top of mind awareness. So it's really important. This is where party time comes in. So, before I do the recap, let's look at those party favors. So you can do a giveaway. So like on the top of my website, or in my link, on my bio, I have a quiz. I have, I believe I have an ebook. You can link them to your YouTube channel. You can give away a sales coupon. You can do a video. Anything that allows you to somehow get an email address from them, right? So that's what especially if you're building a sales funnel. So a sales funnel allows you, once you capture someone's Instagram and you engage with them and you're sharing with them, like how I would do an email newsletter every other week. I do an email newsletter twice a month. And that is because I was able to capture their information, and I know they want me to add value to their lives. And I know they like the content that I have to offer because I was super clear about my benefits. I was super clear about what my offering is. I was super clear about what my job title is. I was super clear about what I could give them. And because they liked my offering, they are not going to see a problem in giving me their email address so I can be in contact with them. See how that works? See how things come full circle when, is this how you do a circle? See how it comes full circle when you're thinking about marketing online. So I wanted to do a recap, okay? So about your bio. Don't forget to understand what your title is and describe it in a way as if I was a 5-year-old. Do not forget tip number 2. Do not forget to think in terms of benefits. What is your offering? And who are you offering it to, right? Don't forget your contact information, and do not forget to leave a party favor. So, okay, so that's it. Those are the 5 steps. As simple as that is, some of us are not getting it right. Okay, so somebody's asking, my party favor is my birthday club sign up. This allows me to connect and reward viewers. That is fantastic. That is exactly the kind of party favor we are looking up at. I mean, you have a birthday club sign up. Somebody could have join my YouTube. Somebody could say, take this quiz and find out the answer. Of course, in taking the quiz, at the end of the quiz, what you do get, it is an email address. And I do have to tell you that quizzes are the fastest growing way that people are using really, really well, really strategically to capture email information. Recently, I released, last week, not recently, heck, that was just 7 days ago, I released a 2020 vision goal setting guide. And in order to be able, even if you are a Caribbean content creator, in order to access it, you really had to go to forward/FF-membership. I'll probably leave it in the links below after when I'm responding to questions, right? And to access it, and do you know, I had actually 150 people signing up for it. Now to me, that is, I'm so blessed. I'm like, thank you, God. Now I put a lot of work. It took me, like, even during the holidays, I was putting in the work and doing and thinking about how could I help you set your goal. And I thought about the exercise that I did, and I put it down on paper, and I worked with my designer to get it done. And it was like heartbreaking work because it didn't always come out visually the way I wanted it to. And then boom, we got it, and it was great. Okay, so Jamie is saying with the birthday club, they can get a discount on different services the entire month of their birthday. So that's great, Jamie. I think I forgot to mention, and Jamie, I don't know if you mentioned it in the comment, Jamie is a photographer. With, I think one of our members, Shaman Trotman, went to get her brand photography done there, and she really endorsed Jamie and said Jamie's studio was amazing, Jamie was so professional. So I am thinking, Jamie, and let me know if I'm wrong, I am thinking that you probably offer a birthday club sign up so that people who want a photography session on their birthday can sign in and get some kind of deal. Let me know if I am getting that description right, because I don't want to mash down the thing as we say in Trini language. It's really, really important, if I had to get back on track, is, you know, it took me a lot of work to get it right, but I did it, and I got, as a result, 150 people signing up for the the 2020 Vision Goal Setting Guide. And by the way, if you haven't signed up for it as yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, because I know we're in the middle of the month and we tend to lose steam, and this is exactly what you need. I mean, it's so strategic, it's so powerful, it's so insightful. Woo! You're gonna have to have your hot chocolate, your cup of coffee, your vodka, and sit down with a pen and paper and do the exercises. It is powerful. So Jamie is saying, yes, birthday shoots, totally correct. I nailed it. So thank you, Jamie, for that clarification. So I am so glad. I'm so glad that I am back on track with you. We had a bit of a hiccup at the start of the year. There's so much in store. Now, I have to apologize. I know I'm a bit behind in the Desi. I'm sending my apologies to you immediately. Desi is actually spearheading our membership guide, and I've kind of dropped the ball on it, and I'm begging your forgiveness. I'm going to get back on track with it. But there's just so much in store. So the 2020 Vision Goal Setting Guide went up. I am doing 4 free bio makeovers. Please do not forget, if you want a free bio makeover, to Instagram bio, to leave your Instagram link below through a random draw. I am selecting 4 people and doing free bio makeovers, and I'm filming 1 session. Okay. And then the week after that, so we have the 2020 vision, we have goal setting guide, we have Instagram, free Instagram bio makeovers, and then we have your free February captions are coming towards the end of the month. So look out for that. I know a lot of you are using the captions and customizing it to suit your own brand and personality. And I'm so stoked when you send them to me. Ooh, and I see what you're doing, and I see the power of your words, and I see how you're interpreting my words and adding your own spin to it. And nothing fills my heart more with joy than seeing that process and knowing that 2020 is the year where it's not about wishes, it's not about dreams, it's not about sitting back and like thinking about, oh, if only. This is not the if only year. Can I have an amen? Can you say yes if that is true? This is not an if only year. This is yes year. This is yes 2020. Yes is yes, I am doing it. So until next week, when I will be back here with even more information on building your Instagram bio. Greta, I am coming for you. I'm coming for your bio first. Let's do the makeover on Greta, and I'll see you right back here next week for Q&A Monday. Thank you so much for the blessing of your company. Bye.